Are we live?
Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the General Banter podcast. My guest today is my legal and biological wife, Máirín. Say hello.
Hello.
I'm going to do an ad very quickly.
Okay.
The podcast, as usual, is sponsored by manscaped.com. I've got my wife one, to take care of her grizzly downstairs. Manscaped, of course, the world's number one product when it comes to shaving your nether regions. I have the same spiel every week. Don't bother shopping around. Just go on there, go to manscaped.com, get the care package. That's what you do. You buy the whole whack. It comes in that little travel bag that we have. We have those I have them lying about the house all over the place now.
Yeah, the toddler has a Manscaped now.
The toddler has a Manscaped, not a wisp on his back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got everything in there. It's got the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker. That's a small circular razor that goes in any hairy orifice. It's got the ball toner, ball deodorant. Máirín uses that. It'll work on your balls, it'll work under your tits. So beep that. It's great. It's all in there. And if you listen to this podcast, you go to manscaped.com, use the code GENBANT1 to get 20% off. Where else would you get it? Yeah, that's it. Shave your pubes, man. It's coming into the summer in about 4 months. Get it now.
Who's pubes anymore?
Have a spring clean of your fucking testy pouch. Beep all the swears too. Yeah, that's manscaped.com. Use the code GENBANT1. Buy it for yourself. Buy it for your a man in your family who's got a hairy set of testes. GENBANT1. Well, we'll get going with this podcast. We've done half an hour ads already. Let's do it.
The General Banter podcast with Paul and Geddis.
Meow. Here we are, finally.
Here we are.
You've had to change your jumper already.
I know I spilled coffee on it. I like this one better, actually.
The Olive General. We're doing big things with the merch this year.
Yeah. You've just given me the last one, basically.
Yeah.
So.
It's hard. What we should be doing every week is wearing the merch on the podcast. Because it's very hard to tell just from a little picture.
Yeah, they're way nicer
it's
in
a
person
it's a lovely garment
than just a picture anyway. So
it's a lovely garment. How are you, Máirín?
Yeah, I'm
You haven't
good.
been on here in a while.
Haven't, no. Been busy. Very busy.
You've went from, sort of taking care of a toddler to now just full-scale power mom.
Power mom, yeah, that's me. I know, so busy.
Do you know what you really need to just really make the whole thing professional now?
What?
Like a laptop satchel, like a leather satchel, because at the minute Máirín's throwing like a loose charger and a loose laptop into like a bag for life to walk up to the garage for us to do some work. Mm-hmm. That's the next step you need to make now.
Yeah, I just have several bags of shit now, and most of them have toy cars in them as well. So yeah, I know. Yeah, it just came to the point I realized I'm like, oh, I'm one of those people now with one of those busy jobs and things where people need me to do stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
And that just sort of crawled up to me. I didn't realize that was the case until you realize, oh shit, I need to be organized, and I can't keep all my work stuff in a plastic bag. So
yeah,
you'll probably take it really seriously.
We've got our McDonald's cups. Yeah, but you're full blown. You're not far off. Having like 2 Bluetooth headsets in and shouting to people in Cantonese, and then hanging up. Jesus Christ, these Chinese and their stocks.
Yeah,
people ordering tickets from Lavery's.
I get it now.
By the way, Lavery's is absolutely booming at the minute. It's the best club in, I don't know, I haven't been to a better one.
We can't keep up with the demand.
But I'll tell you what, most people ordering tickets, maybe read it before you order it.
No, to be fair, we had a mix up in the tickets the last couple of weeks.
People will be like, sorry, I only wanted 2 tickets, but I seem to have ordered 18 tables for 2 people. You're like, how did you come about that?
No, there was a mix up with not a mix up, but we just changed the ticketing system and then changed how you could buy a table, and it kind of confused people. It confused me. There was some confusion. It will be worked out. So I think by mid-February, it's fine. It's good. We're changing a ticket system. We have to go back to the other one.
Listen, you don't have to explain to me on a podcast. We're not sorting out our admin now.
You don't care.
But we're busy and successful. This is busy and successful part 2.
Yeah.
2.0. This was that a Patreon one we did last time? Busy and successful.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
very busy and successful. Somebody was asking like, "What have you any other plans for Lavery's this year? Like adding more days or something?" I don't know how if we could.
Yeah, I don't know if we.
The success of the club has surpassed the amount of comedians in the town.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we don't just get Belfast comedians, but yeah.
Yeah, we do fly people in, but
But
it's
2 days is quite a lot, actually. It sounds like you're only doing 2 days. There's lots more around that. And you do all this too, so yeah.
I had a real panic last
yeah, I
week.
don't think I'd add another day. Well, you could. I mean, obviously, you could do anything. You could do anything, but
What Belfast is missing at the minute is a weekend club.
yeah.
What would you call your comedy club if you started one? Moe's Crack?
Moe's Tavern.
Moe's Tavern? Oh my God. That'd be hilarious.
Do you get that? Because you don't watch Simpsons, but yeah.
No, I just thought it sounded nice.
Oh, do you? Colin?
No, of course I know it's from the fuck. I've been to Universal Studios.
That's the only time Cole's seen The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Universal
I'm
Studios.
like, what's all these yellow people? Is that not racist now? Have you been to Universal Studios now?
Yeah, I actually have.
Have you seen The Simpsons?
Yes.
There you go.
That was good crowd. We need to do a lot. You see, this is what happens when you're busy and successful 2.0. That you don't get those big nice life experiences. You know, like you go to LA, go to like Universal Studios or something like that. And the good thing about me, like I'd seen nothing, so I'd be on this rag. Oh man, that was exhilarating. What's this from? And you're like Harry Potter. I'd be like, fucking hell.
Yeah, you're like, what happens? What happens in it? I don't understand what's going on here.
Do you think you would rather be homeless or be a person who has to be in character at like Universal Studios all day?
It wouldn't. I'd say there it'd be fine. It's the in character in like weird,
Yeah.
you know, other things that you go to. I just can't.
Do you remember the time I've had several awkward experiences like that? Do you remember we went to the cabaret club and Begley knew a guy?
Yeah.
And there was a girl up, she was doing all the burlesque with 2 plasters on her nips. And then the guy, they come around the tables like doing a bit of like interaction. The guy's like, did you enjoy the lady with the boobies? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just out with my full in-laws here. But
Yeah.
if it was by myself and being really rude, I'd be like, I've fucking bigger tits on my back and on my face. Let me finish this fucking steak here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not good at like the back and forth sort of quips that they're looking.
Which is weird because
You're
I think
like-
I'd be able to play along, but
Yeah,
I can't.
but you don't like that kind of stuff though.
No.
Yeah, you don't like that. You're not into fantasy at all. No.
No, I just can't. I can't take anything seriously.
No, exactly.
When people are, people singing a cappella, my skin envelops itself. Just anytime there's any sort of performance or something like that, I'm just like, ugh. Get weird about it. It was also the time, I've talked about this before, but I want to write a stand-up bit about this, about doing a bit of filming for that company I used to work for when I left uni.
Oh,
They were doing
yeah.
like World War II reenactments, and one guy's playing Hitler, and he had to basically method act. He was taking it way too seriously for a reenactment that you don't hear, there's no dialogue or anything. But the guy was at the breakfast buffet in the hotel with a Hitler moustache and his regular clothes.
Shouting at people.
So
So he'd no words, but he decided to like be in character.
Zwei Croissant, Das ist freezing, losing his mind. But just like he had the full hair, he had great hair, and he had the Hitler moustache. But then when he wasn't in a full Nazi uniform, he just had a shirt and jeans on, so he's in there like.
Did he just enjoy the feeling of power for a second?
I don't know, but you know what these actors are like, What's my motivation for being Hitler? Stuff like that.
What's Hitler's motivation for being Hitler?
Great question. Great way to launch this podcast. Welcome back to Hitler. What's wrong with you?
Why did you do that, Hitler?
Welcome back to Hitler. We playing it?
Could you just not?
You could do one of those like documentary shots, where you're like away up a field somewhere and you're walking towards, like, in this episode of Hitler, what are you playing at? We investigate why Adolf Hitler was such a bad pup, and then it cuts you somewhere else, Some motivation, because there's all that chat of the Nazis and him and all just being out of their mind on like some sort of amphetamines the whole time.
Oh.
Well, he gives off coke vibes.
Yeah.
Like if someone was like, Hitler was fucking smoking a pile of weed, you'd be like, no, he wasn't. But if you're like, he's on a pile of gear and he's all like, Nazi piper, like shouting and fucking sweating all over the place.
Yeah, true.
No wonder. Takes some energy to be that sort of, like racist and genocidal.
Talk about self-motivation. He really kept that going.
I mean, that's the next
You know?
step. You know, like Kanye's a Nazi now, but these Andrew Tate online mentor types are going to be like, you know, did Hitler get up one day and be like, I'm tired? He didn't. He had the energy to get up and crush a civilization. You know?
What are you doing?
And what are you doing with your... Buy this bracelet. What would Hitler do? It goes round there and it's red and it's got to be crossing. I have a joke at the minute about Kanye and Hitler. And what is in my? I was like, what is in my pocket? Oh, it's the rake from a small tractor.
The harvester.
The
Give me
harvester.
that.
For fuck's sake.
Eddie'll be looking that. My harvester.
My
That's all
harvester.
here all day.
Anyway, what have we been up to? Let's hit the actual general banter section of this podcast. What have we been up
What's
to
been
recently?
the actual general banter?
Yeah, we are currently looking up horses and ranches because we've been absolutely nuts deep in Yellowstone.
One series of Yellowstone.
Yeah,
Whole house we're converting to a ranch.
yeah,
Everything's gonna be wooden, stone,
yeah,
and plaid.
and dusty, just dust everywhere.
Dusty. We kept saying that. How much spiders would be in those houses?
Lot of
How much spiders? That's not a word, but
in a log cabin.
yeah.
Yeah,
How
look-
many
yeah.
spiders would there be in there?
A lot.
A lot. So spidery.
If you
Yeah.
watch that Yellowstone, I'm always wondering, like, you know, you don't see any of your man's staff around his house because he has to have
Yeah.
staff because he'll get up in the morning, you know, at like 5 in the morning and say to your one, like, did you get some breakfast? Get some breakfast
Yeah.
in the house. And he's not up making the eggs. No,
There's no way.
there has to be some sort of staff.
That's what
in
I
there.
said. I was like, it's all well and good. You're sitting down. Who's making this dinner?
Yeah.
Not them.
And cowboys, although maybe kind of sexy, I imagine they're stinking.
Yeah.
I just imagine they're absolutely stinking.
Yeah.
Like, you know, guys like I've been out here in this heat, jumping up on these I whistled out smelly animals, mushing my ass and balls into
Oh,
oblivion
yeah.
on top of this horse. And then I'm a cowboy, so I'd never take off my jeans. I'd sleep in them. I shit in them.
Yeah, they would be the kind of jeans that would just disintegrate from the crotch outwards.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like they were gone.
It's a bit like, you know, when they used to say, like, Lemmy from Motorhead, like, if he ever stopped drinking, it would kill him immediately.
Yeah.
I think it's probably like that.
Is that
But
how there's
I-
assless chaps? Because they're just like it's too
If
too much material they're mashing around me. Is it?
well, I don't know what the point of the chat. Do you want me to Google it?
Please.
What's the point in chaps?
What's the point in chaps? Yeah.
What is the function of la chaps?
What is it? Is it because they're on the horse to protect their legs? But then why would there be no?
Leather chaps. Do we need to stop now, or we just momentarily? Okay. What is the function of leather chaps? I thought we mentioned leather chaps, and you're like, I have an erection. So they help protect the rider's legs from scraping on brush, thorns, cacti,
Yes.
sagebrush, mesquite. I love the way, or any other thorny vegetation. They could have stopped after thorns
But why not the full trouse? You know.
because it's just on the outside of your legs.
So they just want it there. So they just put a.
You
Right, fair enough.
you wear your own jeans and stuff like that.
And assless chaps is different.
No, all chaps are assless. By nature, they
All
are.
of them. There's no asses in any chaps.
Yeah, you don't need the ass to be covered. You should be wearing. I mean, obviously, you got these hoes here who are wearing like chap. You can't see that.
No.
They're wearing like chaps, in a sexy way. You know.
Yeah. Is that for prickly bushes?
They might not have any bush going
Yeah.
on at all.
It doesn't look like they have any bushes to be protected from.
But yeah, so there you go. If you're riding through the brush or mesquite or sage plant or whatever the fuck it was called, or cacti,
Right.
or yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, they're just like, I got this same hat, I wear these same jeans. I was saying, like, if you ever watch this show now, like, these boys go to the bar. And it's, you know, just you're like some cowboy will come up to this girl and be, hey, can I get this next dance? And the guy's like, hey, she's taken. And then they just have a full fist fight every time. It just looks like the longest day of all, you know, like awkward way to live. Hey, I was just wondering if I could say hello to you. What the fuck did you say? And then you fucking wouldn't even know who you were fighting. It's like that fucking Spider-Man thing where there's like 8 Spider-Mans pointing at each other. Like, have you seen my friend Brian? What does he look like? Well, he's got a beard and a check shirt and jeans and boots. Goddamn. He looks out. It's like fucking, minions. Just all wearing the same shit. It's kind of sexy, though.
Yeah, you're right. I was watching it.
Got my jacket. Got this jacket on
Yeah.
today. That's similar to your guy Rip.
Yeah, that's what you're trying to be, isn't it?
He's a bad motherfucker. He like all these cowboys are running around doing all their thing, and then he's like the enforcer, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like the bad boy, and he wears all black. It's very symbolic. And you just see his silhouette appear like the Grim Reaper. It's a bit like Jeepers Creepers. Do you remember that was one of the scariest bits of a film I'd ever seen?
I don't think I ever watched it all.
Do you ever see Jeepers Creepers now?
Oh yeah.
There's a bit, it loses its way, that film, because once you see the thing, you're like, oh, it's just
Not
like
scary.
a big fucking, who gives a fuck now? But there's a bit where the guy's driving along,
Oh, yeah.
and he looks over, and this massive figure with a cowboy hat just has a body wrapped in sheets, and it sort of looks over, you see the silhouette, and he just fucks the body down like a tube, like a big chute. That's scary, and then you see it, and you're like, sure, fucking just take that out with a baseball bat.
That's you almost say this about every film.
Well, what do you say there?
Like anything you watch, any movie we watch, you're always like, oh, well, you could beat that up. Oh, you could kill that already. Everything you're convinced you could have finished with the movie quicker and gotten rid of it already.
It's hard to get violence right in a movie, I find.
Well, because it's acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there was a bit in Yellowstone where the guy chokes the guy out and then sets fire to his lab. But he goes like, come here, bastard. And he gets him with one arm around his neck, and the guy goes, and then he lets go of him and he hits the floor. And I was like, you just wake back up. If that did choke you out.
And this is why you spoil all TV shows.
Yeah, I flipped
Well, that wouldn't actually knock about.
I flipped the coffee table over one night. I was like, that's unbelievable. You're not selling that at all. You should do it for real. Guy gets him a choke and just holds him there, and then goes past that sort of point where he would kind of wake up and then just keeps it there. It would take him probably about 90 seconds to really kill him.
And once again, it just brings it back to all you really want to watch is fights in.
Yeah.
Sports, get to the fights. Films, make it a real fight. Game show, why don't they fight about this? This would be.
But they have to make it a bit more exaggerated for TV. Like, I've seen actual MMA fighters in films, and it's still like. But them cowboys and that thing, they're fighting like 3 or 4 times a day.
It's all they've got to do.
Do you know what? People talk about toxic masculinity. These cowboys just need to learn how to talk.
Oh, yeah.
Use your words, man.
Yeah.
They can't be like, is that my drink? That's my fucking son of a bitch. And they just take turns at smacking each other on the teeth. like the whole fight is like blood in the mouth. Ah, God, your turn. Ugh. And then like the next day they're eating, they're all sitting around eating beans the way cowboys do, and the guy's just got like bruises on his head. Like, he hit him in the mouth 19 times.
Just teeth smacks all day.
Yeah. Let's go. It's like rock, paper, scissors. Let's go 5 for 5. Your turn. Oh, God damn it. Go ahead. Oh, it's dusty.
Yeah.
It just like, I mean, it's fun to watch, but it'd be just a horrible life. Just waking up.
Not for us. Not for us.
I should do a cameo in an episode of Yellowstone where I just come out and be like, I'm looking for some day work. And they go, can you ride a horse? And I'd be like, we'll see. And then I throw my leg over a horse, and the horse just goes,
You biggest.
and then your mom's like, God damn it, we lost another horse, God damn it. Who is this fat Irish cunt? Get him. He just be like, what did you? He buckled the back of one of my horses. Take him to the train station, which we all know is code for shoot him in the head.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'll do anything. All the horses are on
Just
their knees.
fully, not even acting, not even doing the accent. You ride a horse, boy. And I'll be like, how fucking hard is it? Throw a fucking leg over it, all fucking lefty loosey, righty, turn. What? Fucking kick the accelerator and away you go.
Oh God.
Where's the brakes in this thing? Is this a diesel? It'd be so funny. And they routinely fall off horses and get up and just walk away. Like, oh, God damn, Jesus Christ, my shoulder. You'd be paralyzed. That'd be my one cameo. You're out a horse, boy. I fucking give it a crack here. Off onto the floor. Get up, boy. And I'll be like, my rivers are coming out to the skin.
And you're just in a wheelchair for the rest of the series?
I just do one lap of that wee pen and be like, what time's lunch? What time are beans on? Any beans knocking about that? Anyway, I'm thoroughly enjoying the show.
Yeah. I haven't seen you getting into a show this much in a long time. It's pretty fun.
What are you watching at the minute now?
I've been watching movies, but I was watching Money Heist.
Money Heist?
It's
Oh.
unbelievable.
Is that a is
It's
that
a Netflix show.
show? Oh, right, nice.
It's really good. It's all in Spanish though, so there's a bit of subtitles to be good.
Subtitles?
I like a subtitle. I don't mind a subtitle. I subtitle everything.
Yeah, we've got into
Yeah.
the habit of just putting the subtitles on any old shit.
All the time.
Apparently that's the thing now.
What?
I seen like a Vox YouTube video about why everyone uses subtitles now. And it's because of like people mumbling because of how good mics are. Because back in the day they would just shout
Oh, right.
at a mic,
Okay.
so the dialogue was always perfect.
Really
but
clear.
now it's all like
Yeah.
mumbly.
Yeah, the
Guys.
mumbling is annoying, isn't it?
Dangling a mic over. Oh, well, it's very mumbly, that show.
Yeah.
Walk right up real close to my mouth. Do I whisper something to you?
You end up moving your lips anyway. Hello,
Yeah.
it's me.
Yeah, they're all like sunburned cowboy faces. God damn it, I'm
Oh,
extremely. I mean,
They're
the
trying
show,
to keep their teeth in their
the
head,
show,
that's why.
the show's ridiculous. They just be like, John, another one of your sons died today. And he'd be, God damn it. Is the horse okay? You know? Kevin Costner, I've moved my face in years. God damn it. But is it the mumbling?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be something to do with like people's, attention span, and it meant you could fucking half pay attention.
No, it's
But-
genuinely because you don't know what people are saying, I think.
so back in the day when they had one microphone, they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Come here, do I whisper you something?
Yeah.
Don't go behind there. There's baddies over there." You know, it's like shouting it right at the mic.
Tilting their head, yeah.
Let me, some old mafia movie. Let me whisper you something. The goods will be delivered at 2 p.m.
Yes!
Keep that to yourself, sonny.
Yeah, keep this to yourself.
Keep this between me and you. The code is 0293. If I find out who leaked this secret, I know it's you. Goodbye.
Oh my God, yeah.
Now that we're here in this chapel, I would like you to privately know these two people should not be getting married. Take that to your grave. Goodbye. Mom's the word. That's all.
Oh my God.
There was some. We got a new TV, and when it comes up on the home screen, it recommends you shit from everywhere. So it's not like when you go on Netflix and it's like, here's the new shit. It's like, here's an old movie, here's a series on Amazon, here's a thing on Disney. Like, it just gives you all different options. And one of them was The Man Who Smiles or something. Have you ever heard of that? Apparently the Joker,
I think so, yeah.
the Joker was based on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I'll
Joker was based? What?
or so. Let me see.
Oh, like the way they've done the characters based
The
on it?
Man Who Fucking Laughs or something. The Man Who Laughs. That's it. So
The Man Who Laughs?
this face here.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what the premise of it at all, but I think it's
So
an.
that's not, this is before Joker?
Oh, this is fucking 1928. But they
Wow.
love, like a scene happen. It's very like a play, like filmed a play. And I didn't watch it all. I just flicked it on to see what it looked like. Because because it was in the mix of everything, I was like, is it like a modern film that's something weird? But it is actually just an ancient film. But they love an old fade transition with like a bit of like, like weird dramatic music going over the top of it. But that's fucking terrifying, isn't it?
That is.
Apparently there's a very impressive bit of like early special effects in that movie where the guy's like and like I don't know whether they just swing the lighting or something,
I seen
and
something
his
with that
face is
recently.
like changes.
I seen
Oh,
that.
yes,
There's an
I've
old.
seen that.
Did you see
Yeah.
the clip? And
Yeah.
there's like an old woman. It's the same thing probably.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like with Invisalign.
And they did it with makeup, but they did it like makeup, like that she's an old woman, and then they film it, but you can't see it. And then when they change the lighting with
Yeah.
like a filter over the screen, then all the scary like old creepy makeup comes out. So she has it on the whole time, but you can't see it.
But it must be,
And like, how clever is that? Like, they had it, like, obviously back in the day. You have to come up with
it's clever, but
things.
you would get away with a lot because, it's in black and white, and then it's quite grainy. And then obviously like quality improves over
and
the
you can
years.
play with shadows.
But
and
I've
all
seen,
that stuff.
even like I seen a thing, it was on like just the suggested page on Instagram. There was a girl had like a shot with a ring light and one without, and she was basically going like, this has absolutely no imperfections, and then she's like, oh, I've got like acne scars and stuff still with it was the same, she goes, it was like a second later. So like, if you really got into that, if you're like, okay, they're lit from there, you don't see that makeup even, and then we switch it and it's above their head and whatever, and then you can see all the makeup and shit.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive.
That's even where like the first makeup artist came out of. Max Factor, real guy.
What?
Yeah, Max Factor. And I'm pretty sure he did Marilyn Monroe's makeup as well, but he would have done, he's actually, you can look it up, look up Max Factor, and he has this big like contraption he would put on people's faces to measure it all exactly. And when it was black and white movies, the makeup would be really like completely different to how you do it now, obviously, because it was all shadows and had to really over exaggerate things, and because of the lighting basically.
Right.
So you could literally like sculpt people's faces in, and you could do all sorts of things. Like you would never have that kind of makeup now, or the Marilyn Monroe trick of like she would like draw like a black line under her eye as like a shadow for an eyelash, but on the screen it just looked like she has these big eyelashes with the shadow, but she would draw that on. Did you see it? Yeah, like that's his thing. He would do.
Is he German or something? Where's he from?
So he would measure all the sort of
fuck me, that looks like some sort of torture device.
the measurement between your eyes and above, and to try and like obviously to have more like symmetrical. That's what they're trying to create. And that's where sort of like a lot of the commercial like makeup brands came out of, because people then when there came color movies wanted to look like that. So then they started selling the products that so they would look at these amazing like movie stars and be like, you can buy this lipstick.
This woman is not happy.
Yeah, look at that. So that's Max Factor.
Put your head on this device, you ugly
crazy?
bitch.
Like,
let me straighten that nose out. Who made your nose? A blind cobbler? Cracks it into place. You've got eyes like fucking smashed tomatoes. Do you even have an eye in that fucking vagina of an eye? That's what I do. I draw a big long shadow on my leg, pretend it's the shadow.
Yeah. Well, if this is, you could do this, back in the day, you could have done that if you wanted.
Lashes on a penis, thoughts?
Like lashes, like whiplashes.
That's fucking terrifying.
Isn't it?
So he's just like...
And that's like a makeup tool, imagine.
I'm going to paint, someone else's face on your face to make you look better. But I mean, people are still doing it on a daily basis. Yeah. And nowadays, is Max Factor good makeup?
It would be very, what do they call it? Drugstore makeup,
Oh, yeah. People snorting lip gloss.
It's fine. I mean, but that's the thing. You would just pass it by when I got like old Max Factor, pan sticks and all that shit. But, I wouldn't say it's what people are after these days. But if you actually knew the history of it, it's a very cool brand. But it'd be of nothing, it'll have changed a million times since his day, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's fascinating.
But yeah, no, but the black and white film thing is really interesting, how they had to do it though. How they had to film things. There's a great Instagram profile that does that, like all the camera tricks. I think you maybe or something. Do you know the one, and they like show you how they would have filmed things back in the day, like when they weren't able to do effects and all, like using mirrors and perspective and everything.
Have you seen these mirrors that show you? It's not a flip image of yourself.
Oh, it's like how you actually
stand in front of the mirror, and whatever it does, it shows you how other people see you. And for some reason, they're showing people. They're like, is that what I look like? Like people are really freaking out.
Yeah,
oh my
There's something weird about that though, because you never see yourself from that direction properly. It's always through.
I'm very symmetrical, and that's
what makes you say that.
I have a perfectly spherical bald head. I have two eyebrows that are exactly the same. I have teeth that are too straight. That's what the dentist told me. So I don't, like, if I see a photo of myself, I go, fuck, is that what I look like? I can also just look at the mirror and go, that's what I look like. And I turn my head to the back and I go, that's the same as the front.
And if you were asked to draw yourself on a page, you could very easily.
I could do it in 3 pen strokes.
Right, 3 pen strokes, your face, go. That's you. That
I
is
should
you.
do if anyone ever needs me to sign something.
Yeah.
They never do. I'll just draw a circle and draw like a wee fucking.
Yeah, like you know what I mean, some sort of criminal want posters. Like, have you seen this man? He has no eyes or lips, but this is who he is.
I was thinking to myself the other day, like, you go through about 3 phases in your life. Well, it's probably just midlife, and but like, you know, you kind of like.
Sorry, I love when you figure things out.
you
Yes,
kind of
go
just
ahead.
like you're young, like especially
Uh-huh.
men. It's like you're young, and then there's a click when you go from like, oh, he's a young man to, or that's a man now.
Yeah.
Something happens. I don't know. You just get the fucking heavy head, and then you stay. There's such a block of time where you're kind of more or less the same, and then
Yeah.
you click into like, oh, that's like a man. You know, that's like some old fella. And then you stay like that for a long, long time. And then there's one more click where you're like, fuck, he's looking as it. You know, you get that last
Yeah.
stage. You're like, oh, he's an older man now.
Older man, yeah.
Yeah.
Fella.
Yeah. You get lad.
Yeah. Where does lad cut off?
Fella, bloke, owl boy.
Is lad up to about 25?
It depends how youthful you look. But yeah, lad, I mean, we were talking about this last night. People have it. This is my hot take. We were talking about. Did we get this in the podcast last week now when I was talking to Connor Keys about anxiety? Or was that in between takes?
Oh, don't know. Not
I
sure.
can't remember. We were talking about it yesterday where I was like, you know, I used to have like legit anxiety, like proper anxiety attacks and fucking waking up in my sleep and all this here shit. And then I was like, as soon as you have a baby, you just don't have time for that. You know? I was like, I can't even remember. There's maybe been like 2 nights in the last 3 years where I couldn't sleep. And I used to be like that all the time, just lying there going, I can't sleep tonight. And now I'm like, I can pinpoint 2 nights where I was like, I'm finding it hard to get to sleep tonight. Because the other
Yes.
times are just like, and there's no like panic attacks or any of that sort of shit. But then I was
Because you have a responsibility.
I was
Yeah.
also thinking about, you know, Aaron had mentioned a friend who was getting panic attacks, and I was like, what age is he? And he's like 27 or something. And I was like, that's when you freak out in your
Yeah.
life. You freak out when you're like 27. And that's
Yeah.
why everyone dies at 27, because, you know, they're fucking probably anxious,
freak out.
abusing drugs, you know, fucking their life up, and then you're in the 27 club.
Because you're too old to be considered like you're young and free and you can make mistakes and no one cares. So you don't feel like that anymore. You feel like you should have more accomplished, or you get that. I think it's just that pressure of I'm nearly 30 and I thought by 30 that's quite old and I should have had done this. So at 27, if you don't have that, you go, I'm freaking out, and you know, welcome anxiety and anxiety attacks. But it does happen to everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone, I think, around 27, 28, 29, it's a freak out age,
You either like,
and you freak out.
you're either thinking like, is this it forever, or
Yes.
or have I not done enough
Have I
already
not done
now?
this? Have I ruined this for myself that now I'm going to be in my 30s and 40s with
Yeah.
a shit life or something, or I should have achieved this? And it's not true.
Yeah.
It genuinely isn't.
Yeah.
You actually have still loads of time. There's actually such a big jump between 27 and 31, you know what I mean? And you think, oh, I'll be 31, you know, in no time, and that's it, ruined it. And you're like, you could do so much in that time.
Mhm.
Your life could change in the 3 years it takes to be 30.
Like, you're never too late for anything, really.
No.
Unless it's like, you know, you want to be like a professional fighter or something like that. You know, like. But there is something
You
about.
should do like pep talks for people.
What age
you're
are you now?
never too
30?
late.
You're 30 now?
30.
Man,
Just
see that?
30.
Just fella now.
Did you
You're-
freak out
you're-
3 years ago?
Do you have any existential crises?
Any existential crisis when you're 27, 28?
No,
29?
maybe
It's coming.
maybe more after uni, because
Yeah.
I didn't really know what to do.
But
But-
that's, yeah, there
But
could
not,
be,
not
yeah.
so much. I think as soon as I started doing any sort of video work, I was a bit more relaxed. But when I was doing none, I was like, oh, fuck. What am I doing?
Yeah. But yeah, so it mightn't be the exact age, but there's always a point where you go,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, I'm just young and carefree and have loads of time. And then you go, what the fuck am I doing? And then you find something you like and you go, all right, well, actually, this is great. I'm happy to do this now.
Yeah.
But you'll find that like the whole way through your life, where like
Yeah.
even if you do, or you're in a bit of a slump, or you're doing well for yourself, there's always, you'll see someone, and you're like, oh, that person's like really accomplished or something, and then you find out they're like 6 years younger than you, and you're like, for
Yeah,
fuck's sake.
it's shit, isn't it?
Or you meet people, we've met people in the past and they're chatting away and they're like, yeah, but when, you know, my mum has the 3 kids till then, and then I finish here, and you're like, what age are you? And they're like 26, and you're like, what
You're like,
the
what?
what?
You're a grown up.
Yeah, but everyone's like on a bit of a different
When
sort
did
of
you all become grown ups?
different sort of path, you
Yeah,
know. Everything
everyone-
happens at different times, really.
For sure. Like we talk about this as well, like how it would have been great maybe to being able to have like more children earlier or whatever. But we were not in a position that would have been a good time for us to have children.
Not
like,
at all.
There's just no way. Like,
That was panic attack in the middle of the night times.
yeah, exactly. You were in the middle of panic attack times. There's no way it wouldn't have worked.
But that was like existential. Because that, if I was like 27, 28, 29, that was like a point where I was going, should I really be fucking still trying to do this? Bullshit.
But everyone
You
does
know?
that about every job, don't they?
And that's the advice for you today, guys. Fuck up, too. When you hit that wall, quit. Just plow through it.
I actually find reading that book Outliers really calmed me down.
Oh,
Like
yeah?
getting into like a creative job because it was like there's no shortcuts
No.
and no one's born with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's work.
Yeah, you got to
That's how
keep
you
working
do
on
You,
it.
you can have, a slight amount of like technical ability over someone else, but it makes you like progress a wee bit quicker.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
like your surroundings can make you
Yeah.
progress
Yeah.
quicker.
Yeah,
But
stuff like
it's
that.
not, it won't stop you.
Yeah.
No,
It's
definitely
even
not.
if you look at like comedy, like the sort of progression chart almost gets shorter as another 10 years goes by. Because people used to say like if you started comedy in the fucking 80s or something, people would be like, yeah, you're not even that good till you've done it for 20 years. And now it's like the resources available like now where people are like, you can see everybody's comedy, everybody's putting their stuff out. You can get into places and be around people and have a podcast and, so many more opportunities to do it that if you were sort of naturally good and then polished it up on stage, you could be lethal after like 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
But I've realized the more comedy I've done now, it's not even like being good. It's being repeatedly good. It's not like, oh, I've done comedy for a while and then I worked up and I've got a bit of notoriety and I get to do my big show. Then at a certain point you have to bin it and then you have to do it again. Mm-hmm. And then you bin it and then you do it again and then that becomes like routine. And then the fucking horsepower that you generate, like if me or if even like Mickey or someone else has a new bit, it's not like you having a new bit when you've done stand-up for 3 years. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're so much more refined at it that you're like, I know how to do this now. It's just like over and over
There
and
is
over
just
again.
no escaping that it does take time to get good
For
at
sure.
things. So that's why if you're in your like mid-20s freaking out, it's like you probably won't be the master of your craft yet. You know what I mean? You could be really okay at lots of things, but there's an enormous amount of time still
But
to...
I think the good things are like you never really master it. Do you know, like a lot of things are like a craft or an art form, or like you could be like, oh, this person's the best guitar player in the world, and you're like, yeah, but then it opens up a whole argument to like that time period and that whatever. It's all again, yeah, it is like an environment thing then, or like fighters or something. It's like you watch fighting and someone wins a belt, and you're like, oh, he's the best in the world, and you're like, yeah, but what about like George St. Pierre or something who won like I don't know what amount of championship fights over and over and
Yeah,
over and over and he got into the pattern of winning. It's crazy. Will you fuck up too? What are we, Stephen Bartlett over here? Who am I, a chimp paradox? Just taking a break in the podcast, guys, to talk about the Calm app. Do you have anxious thoughts, Máirín?
Yes.
Are you restless at night?
Yes.
Or do you just not feel your best self? Making sure we feel our best self should be our top priority, Máirín. And by spending a few minutes with Calm each day, you can ensure you're taking the necessary time to prioritize yourself. Put yourself number one, guys. Calm helps you stress less, write this down, live a more happier and healthier life. Their guided meditations, sleep stories, relaxing music tracks, and daily movement sessions are all designed to give you the tools to improve the way you feel. Do you know how many people use this? Over 100 million, Máirín. Over 100 million people use Calm. Even if you've never meditated before, you'll get the support you need to reduce stress, improve focus, and uplift your mood. The sleep stories can help you drift off at night. We've used the sleep stories before, haven't we? We've listened to Cillian Murphy take you on a guided tour of Ireland. Mm-hmm. Very calming. I've never heard the end of it. That's how effective it is. We used to listen to Matthew McConaughey. Mm-hmm. And it would start, what was the line he used to start with?
Well, hello there.
He would go, well, hello there, and we'd be asleep in 2 seconds. If you go to calm.com/banter, you'll get a special offer of 40% off a Calm Premium subscription, and new content is added every week.
It's great. I have it.
Calm.
I use the code. It's really cheap.
Yeah, we have it.
Yeah.
We listen to it every night. What's your favourite one? Is the Cillian Murphy one your favourite?
Yeah, I do like that one, yeah. I like the meditations. I like the yoga. There's like yoga nidra ones. You know what that is? Relaxes your body. They're good. There's
Mhm.
ones that help you get back to sleep if you've woken up at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
All of it. It's great. I love it.
For listeners of this show, Calm is offering this is a mess. For listeners of this show, Calm is offering an exclusive offer of 40% off a Calm Premium subscription. That's calm.com/banter. Go to calm.com/banter. 40% off and unlimited access to Calm's entire library. That's calm.com/banter. Thank you very much. Let's get back to the podcast. Let's bring the tone down a wee bit here.
Yeah.
We've got above our station here. Do you want to
Yeah.
watch this riot have you seen this video?
Oh no.
This
what is
happened in Dublin Road Tesco's, I do believe, and now it's froze. Great times. This was doing the rounds here, people being like, that's so Belfast.
And Tesco's on the Dublin Road, right? Look at his face. Get this viral, right? Right? Get this viral. I have my pup in this store, right?
Nolan
The pup-
going nuts.
Somebody touched my dog and a bottle dropped down on me. Come on, big lad. Who the fuck do you think you're pushing? I swear to God. Who do you think you're pushing? Yes, get the police and get the CCTV. This will be going viral. This will be going. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
Yes.
I'll tell you what. I'll drop you. Get away from me. Get away out of my face. You've been warned. Step away before I defend myself. Step away before I defend myself. You step away. I tell you that. That's my son. I tell you that. You want to stop me? Because I don't fucking get him off me.
See what happens when they run out of flaming hot Doritos for your meal day?
Make this viral should be a button.
Make it.
Yes.
I just fuck it.
Where's my dog?
I mean, there's spots in Belfast where it's like, you know, you could make a documentary a week about it. Like Tesco's Dublin Road, Nero Botanic, you know.
So
Just,
did this guy upload this himself then?
yeah, I think he did. Don't make me defend myself!
That's me every time I ask you to do it.
Yeah, you're like, can you move the baby seat in the other car? Hey, the fuck do you think you are?
Step back.
Stop touching my pups.
Fucking hell.
Chaos, like, but
That is stressful.
I see those fucking like, I know my rights. I'm gonna fucking
Make this viral.
I'm gonna
like-
make us a scene, make us viral. Bro, you can't shout make it viral when you haven't uploaded it yet.
YouTube, are you
Wonder is he
listening to
making
me?
his own thumbnails now? Drama in Tesco's. Someone touched my pup. There's no flaming hot Doritos. Who the fuck do you think you're? Just to everyone. Who the fuck do you think you are? You. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Oh my god.
I mean, God, see people like that.
That
Like
is
there was.
messy.
By the way, everyone who sent in a question or a video, you need to be in prison. Every video I got was like, one of them was like all these brutal street fights. One was a video I watched the other day by accident where
By accident.
and the title of it was like drug crazed transgender homeless person hits man in face with axe, and this person just walks into a shop with the full like long hatchet thing behind their back, and there's a guy in the queue kind of about to pay for something, and he kind of looks at the person, and it's CCTV, so you can tell he goes like, you know, what? Hey, you got an axe there? What the fuck are you doing with that? And he goes, fuck, that's crazy, and goes to pay, and this person just hits him in the face with an axe, and he's fucking like this here, and then he wrapped the t-shirt around it. Although he didn't, like, fair play to him for eating it and not being like knocked out or killed. He'd get up like, what the
I was
fuck?
gonna say, is he dead?
Don't know, but it would have been unpleasant. But seeing scenarios like that, that's why, you know what I mean? You need like, you know, every shop should have a brown belt in jiu-jitsu.
Probably.
So he was like, "Hey, the fuck, dude!" Just be gentle takedown.
But, like, that's just a
knee on
wee-
your head. Hammer, shit, just don't fucking say anything till the
That's
cops
like
get
a
here.
young guy. Like, he doesn't need that shit.
No,
he's not. You know what I mean?
Your man's just
I
right.
don't know.
See if you're in a
Walk away.
in a workplace and it's not your own business or something, and someone's like causing shit. Just fucking go home. Just walk out of Tesco's,
straight out.
head on back home. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't know if the guy did something, but I would imagine he was just trying to get this guy out of the fucking shop. Like,
Probably about the 4th time it happened to him that day.
yeah. What did he say? A bottle dropped out or something? Did he try to steal something?
Someone touched my pop on a bottle, dropped out of my fucking. Guy's got like 24 fucking cans of harp or something. I'm in here trying to buy 2 bottles of vodka. You touch my pup.
I mean, see, just the confidence to go in and shout at something like that. If I go in a shop, I'm like, go in, try to make zero interaction with anyone, get your shit, go out. Can't be, you know what I mean? Imagine going in and making a full scene. I just wouldn't have energy for it.
No, it's.
I wouldn't care if someone.
In the words
thought
of
I was
Sebastian,
stupid.
aren't you embarrassed?
Aren't you embarrassed? No, don't do it.
I would. I don't know
people-
what in the world would get me that hyped up. Something wrong with you if you're like walking around with that sort of energy all day.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Jesus Christ. We have loads of questions. You want to skim through them and watch some videos and stuff?
Okay.
Okay. Do you still like McGregor?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't care. Yeah.
Ewan?
Yeah. Which one?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird question to start off with.
Yeah, I don't know.
Crazy bitch. Have we got loads of videos here? What does it say? Oh, that's your man. Oh yeah, this is a fun topic to talk about. This is a funny video. Have you seen this? Please play. Please play. Please. Guys, we're on the cutting edge of technology here at General Banter.
Colin, you can't work technology, like.
Well, it freezes. It's obviously lit.
No, you definitely can't.
Bro,
work.
why you do this to me?
Colin is
bastard?
the worst person with technology.
Shut up. This is supposed to be a ham factory where people are farting in the packets of ham. That's fun.
Who else said that?
That is a legit. I always said that.
Yeah.
What I always say. People be farting in ham.
No, just that you open ham. Oh, what's this?
Someone sent me that.
Oh, okay.
There is a. Let me see. Let me see. There's other questions here. Would you ever think of selling Lavery's Comedy Club hoodies?
Possibly.
We can't sell the ones that the staff wear.
Yeah, the ones that we got, which are class. I was actually going to wear one today. They're really cool, but we got them so that it was for staff, so you knew which ones were staff.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't sell those. But we could make another equally cool one.
Yeah, we could.
I have had a few people say that they're really cool and can you buy them?
Mm-hmm.
Which you can't.
Because if
You
I
do something similar, like
if-
similar vibe, but not.
if you were like
Crew.
a tourist and you went in and had a great night, you'd be like, "Oh, it's a really cool comedy club. I might just get a." Have you seen that Rangers themed porn actress Lana Wolf? So funny. So this is this
Okay, right.
young lady.
I get you.
What does Rangers themed mean?
Does she just wear like Rangers tops or something?
She must do. Interesting.
Rangers themed.
This is where clothes and stuff are interesting.
Yeah.
You know, because she's there with the big fakers out 2 seconds ago, and then
And you
she's
would have no idea.
and then she's here dressed like a football hooligan, and all of a sudden you're not that interested anymore. But there she is with the tits out. What do I think of it? Rangers themed? I mean, is she like a mascot or something?
I'd be freezing being a mascot, would you? in your
Do you win the
knickers?
match? And be, all right, lads, come on in the change rooms here. You can clap the cheeks off us, young lady. Congratulations, or like they'll be like, we didn't win today, boys. No riding. Here she is with all of her hotter friends. Okay, I don't know what to say about that. How do you feel about that? Would you ever be? Would you imagine? I mean, what do? Do you just get like a porn mascot for your whatever you're doing?
Yeah, there's just porn mascots for everything now.
Never
I'd
mind
say.
Lavery's hoodies. We should just get some
Yeah. Lavery's pornos.
nudie chicks.
Nudie chicks at the door.
Yeah. I showed you that Adam 22 video one time from No Jumper, the podcast where his girlfriend is like a porn star, and then he started getting into it, and now they have a thing where they like talk to a porn star and they're all like, so what do you do with yourself day to day? Oh, that's great crack and all. And then the next minute he's just like, just smashing her pie in. Is that something you think about ever?
I don't have time just right now, like, so maybe another time.
If we brought in another another porn actress, and we did a brief chat for a second. You know, be like, "Have you seen Yellowstone?" Nah, dick in the mouth.
Yeah, it would. I was going to say it would slide in perfectly to these topics, but yeah, it would. It really would.
But he did a video, and it was basically like him and the girlfriend doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Like it was all fake setup, and they're like, "Hey, how you doing, bro?" And this porn star crawls in on her knees and under the table.
Oh yeah, you showed me
And
that.
starts giving him the gawk under the table, and he's just trying to have a chat here. There'll be some crack, you know, like me and Aaron in here chatting, just getting sucked off. I mean, it's like something from a Japanese game show. Today with the suck of the dickas, you know, that sort of shit.
This is when I go, Colin, you should probably not say these thoughts out loud. It's too much now.
But yeah, I did show you it anyway. Then it broke out into a full porno. But podcast porn, they've made it all, guys.
I know,
They've made it all. Which horror/thriller type scenario would you least like to experience? For example, finding a stranger in your house at night, or that automatic door at the train opening when you're taking a shit.
They're two very different things.
Daryl Burns.
One's slight embarrassment, one's, you know, rape, abduction, killing.
Yeah, one's
So,
like a funny story you tell
I
your
definitely
mates.
would rather a toilet door opening on me.
There's a few things, like if I start to think about it for a second, scare the life out of me.
Yeah.
Like, see, anytime someone's like, "Oh, two potholers got stuck in a cave and then drowned," you see that sort of shit.
But the thing is,
That makes me sweat.
yeah,
when I
but
start
you would
thinking-
have had to go do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the home invasion thing scary. It's that thing from that SAS show where the guy was like away. I can't stop thinking about this. And she was attacked.
That's a
and she
nightmare.
was on the phone to him and he couldn't do anything. And then she was killed.
By a lunatic.
And he's like, I can't do anything. So I'm always afraid of lunatics. Mainly. And I'm always just, you're just terrified of shit like that happening. Or
Yeah.
someone leaving and then just some horrific accident.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Like if someone ever breaks into our house, I would prefer to be home
I would prefer you to be home.
in that scenario.
Yeah.
But then there's part of me, you know, I think it's a very man thing to be like, I wish a motherfucker would. Me coming down the hall at you with my dick out and a torch.
I swear. Try it, guys. You'll run down the road again.
Plus, I know our house. You
And
don't
you're-
know the house.
You're well manscaped. It is right out there.
Not right now.
It's the only bit that isn't hairy, and that's what's the most terrifying.
What are you talking about? The shaft is hairy. Everything else bald. It's like a lion's tail.
I stop.
It's like a squirrel's tail.
Stop it! Stop it!
No, I'll take out that military spec torch that I have.
Yeah, we have
which is like-
all sorts of gear in our house
which is
that
like
you would be terrified of.
We have an aluminium baseball bat
Yeah.
in the bedroom. Don't know why.
There's a lot of like those big, long, weird knives are supposed to be for gardening. You keep it in our bedroom, and I'm like, that's literally the opposite of what you do when you have a small child. So I spend my life getting weird knives and things and putting them high places that Eddie can't get.
It's fun
And
to
you're
have
like, this is for
weapons.
protection.
It's fun to have weapons.
Yeah, well.
I have that large like full like Rambo knife,
Yeah.
which I bought for cutting up Amazon packages. That's all. Like I'll get a fucking bank statement and just be like, not paying that, you know.
Yeah. overkill.
Weapons are fun. What's the best weapon in close circuit, close proximity? Shotgun.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever do something where it was like, even theoretically, where you were like holding a weapon and you'd have to stop. Like the fact, I think that's so much more gruesome, isn't it? Like you're holding a
That's cool,
thing.
but do you want it to be gruesome? You want to be like,
Do you?
you
You know, in the movies,
You
when
should have stayed at home tonight. You know, I actually have a. Do you know the one it was in the Blender documentary? It's like a small tomahawk
Oh yeah.
for like camping or something. It's about that long.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
terrifying
a
as
very
well.
sharp small axe.
All these things should
That's
not
what
be
I
in our
take.
house.
2 of those in each hand.
Yeah, I'd want something long and sharp, right? So not a sword. I would
Yeah.
know medieval sword.
A javelin. You just come down the hall with a
Yeah.
javelin.
One of those big things,
Like fucking Kill
maces
Bill.
with the circle and the spikes.
Nah, sure you'd wreck the bloody
I know,
plaster.
I know. Yeah, that's true.
You take out a light fixture.
And then it's always that thing, if you got it in, you can't get it back out. No, don't do it.
Yeah, I just think, you know, something. You know what the ultimate weapon is? You get 2 of those brass knuckles that have a dagger on it, and you just start throwing digs, and then you inevitably go to the floor, and then you're just like, stop.
Like your wee salad,
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah. That's all I really buy all those weapons for. Make
The
a
thing is,
coleslaw.
if someone actually did try to like break in our house, what you would do instinctively would not be a weapon at all. I know it wouldn't be. You would do your
Piss.
You would, yeah, piss and shit on the floor. Obviously, make a mess,
the old chimp.
scream. Right, once the shit has stopped, literally throwing around the place, you would just grab someone. I know you would, because you know what I mean.
I would grab someone.
Again, that's the thing about if you're a big strong man. If you could just grab someone, having the ability to like physically move someone would be great.
Just grab them by the both shoulders, lift them, and take them outside in the garden and be like, don't come.
Yeah.
Get away.
Get away. Yeah.
Don't be coming back here.
Yeah.
You,
Like a toddler. Yeah.
you
No.
cheeky, you cheeky article.
Just yeah. I mean, we have a toddler. We are used to wrestling people all day long.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be doing shit. But I do the thing that everyone does. You know, when you go up the stairs and it's dark, and then immediately you sort of feel like, what if someone ran up the stairs behind me right now? And then I just do this weird thing where I sit there and I go, I'm fine with it. And I just go, all right, what are they going to do? And like, I always feel like I'm just ready if someone was to randomly just...
Well, our house is such a
decide
disaster
to-
at the minute. They'll be like trying to get in the front door and be like, the fucking door handle's broke, and then they'll come in.
There's a lot of renovations being done, so they'd
Run
probably
up the
not
stairs.
bother. Yeah. You couldn't sneak in our house, exactly.
Yeah.
Creaky wooden stairs.
Yeah.
Stuff everywhere because for renovations, tiles been smashed. Yeah, they wouldn't bother.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
bother breaking into my house.
Yeah, that's you told everyone.
Yeah.
You'll trip over the knives is the problem.
Cameras everywhere. What the fuck is this motherfucker doing? Do you remember a boy M.R?
Yeah.
Here he is, daggering chicks. Wagwan! There he is. Bop, 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 bop. It's
There he is.
fantastic.
Happy to see him.
Aaron was daggering chicks somewhere, I believe. So here's a question for you. Question for you both. Or no, wait. What's your favourite shite joke? I don't know. Ever heard, Máirín, of urban fruibing? I heard it mentioned on another podcast. See if you can guess what it is before Googling. Do you know what it is?
Is it anything to do with like the Frube yogurts?
Yeah.
Which you have to do this with?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know. Do I want to know? Is it gross? Is it really
It's
gross?
worse than you could ever...
Is it?
Like, think of what you think it might be, and then I'll tell you what it is.
No, I don't want to even say it out loud because I don't even like saying it.
Just have it... Just
No.
give me it in layman's terms.
Well, is it something to do with someone's penis using it like that?
I mean, we're warm. We're warm. We're in the area. The penis isn't involved, really.
It's not?
At this point, no.
What's the Frube bit then?
It's penis related. Anyway,
I don't know. I don't want to know,
listen,
do I?
spoiler alert.
Okay.
Urban fruibing, to find a used condom in public and public place and drink the spunk from it like you would a Frube yogurt.
No.
That man, and then for context, that man's been urban fruibing.
No. Oh my God.
That has ruined Frubes and semen for me.
Oh, what? Did they say find a condom, by the way? It's find.
Yeah. Urban like fruibing might be you do that in the privacy of your own home, and then urban fruibing is you find it out in the wild.
Oh my God.
People are up to all sorts these days, aren't they? They're up to all sorts.
Are you really not finding anything else enjoyable that this is the next thing?
Because by the time you find it, it's probably been lying out in the rain and it'll be freezing.
How many... Have you seen a random loose condom in the street recently?
You see the odd one.
Do you? I haven't seen them in years. You used to always be like, oh. No, haven't seen them in years. Where would you find them? Where are they going?
Just
I
behind
can't. This
bins
is
and where people are doing a
disgusting.
bit of shagging.
That's gross, man.
I think I've
That
seen...
is just so disgusting.
Yeah, but at least they're being safe.
They're not being safe at all.
Aye, the fruber, but the person using it.
The person using it. Yes.
The fruber is on a death
The
wish.
fruber, is that the word?
Fruber's on a death wish, bro. I was at Butlins in Ayr whenever I was young lad playing at a football tournament, and there was on the floor there was a black condom with a human shine in it, which is skillful more than anything.
How would you do? How?
I'm guessing you'd have to unravel it and pull it wide open and then shite into it and helicopter it a wee bit to bring it to the end.
Jesus Christ.
But it was at a tender age when I was like, oh my God, you're horrified by it. You're like, ugh, what is that? Yeah.
No. That's disgusting.
No. Yeah. Right, we'll do a couple more questions and then we'll get GTFO. Questions for both of you. What's your favourite shit joke? I don't know any jokes at all. Is there a show that Eddie watches that you cannot stand the sight of when it comes on? Mine personally is Replacement Blippy. Oh yeah, they went.
Oh, Replacement Blippy's
they had
weird.
Normal Blippy, and which
I'm not a fan of normal Blippy. We say normal.
No,
Blippy
and that
is
guy.
not normal.
Remember that video of him shouting on his mate's
exactly
head? Did you ever hear about that now?
Blippy's so annoying.
Yeah, we watched it.
Oh, we
There
did.
you go.
Fantastic.
But
Blippy's
now
really
he does
annoying.
graphic design.
Ah,
And he looks like. All right, he got me, the bastard.
You fuck up, too!
He looks like Seamus. But yeah, it was like, hey, I'm Blippy, blah, blah, blah. And then you'd switch it on one day and he's like, hey, I'm Malaysian Blippy.
Yeah.
You know? He's just like a different guy. But
it's so annoying. I only, to be fair, Eddie only watches the Tractor song. Anyone who doesn't have children is going to be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
But if you have a
I don't
child,
mind.
you'll know.
Like Eddie watches Mr. Bean the cartoon, which is 10 out of 10.
He loves that.
Paddington is
It's kind
fine. It's only that it's when you watch something on YouTube and then it flicks on to something else and it's all like bloop bloop bloop.
I know, he knows shit.
We've been watching those absolute haters recently. The custard factory. What's it called?
Yeah. Planet
Custard.
Custard.
It's wee time. Poo poo time. Who's got the party? We got the. It's good.
Obviously
It's
tunes. Put on the Toast song. It's great.
I played it
Oh,
on
Popcorn?
I played it on the Patreon, but I'll play it for the fucking. I'll play it for
Popcorn
these
song. That's the one he loves, isn't it? Great.
What am I putting on? Yeah, this is a banger, guys.
This is what you do when you have children now.
New
Like, this
music from General Banter Podcast, letting you in on all the latest the latest bangers for kids.
Hey.
We're back, baby, with the popcorn song. Here we go. Forgot about the intro.
Yeah, just like move it along.
It builds up though. It is good. This is good. How many?
It's always good when you're trying to convince people.
Anyway, it builds up.
Welcome to This Will Be in Your Head All Day. Annoying songs.
And then it picks up, you know.
What's not to like?
But then Eddie will watch this bit. Oh wait, missed it. This bit here,
And laugh
where he
his
gets
head
assaulted by the other one, and then Eddie's
off.
like,
Toast one-
"Yeah."
the Toast one's a banger. Did we say it sounded like The Streets? Is this The Streets one?
Yeah. Well, no, the potty one sounds like Streets. Does it not? I don't know.
No.
Anyway, fuck me. How's the weight
I
loss
know.
going? Bad. Tommy Tiernan, massive fanny or massive fanny? Would you ever apologize for a joke? Yeah, but I wouldn't be all sad about it. I'd be like, listen, so you know, you don't win them all, boys.
What was the joke? Was it...
What'd he say?
I don't know. Is there a way... I don't think you know what... Anyone knows what the joke is?
No, I don't know what it is. Would you ever consider having someone like Andrew Lawrence at Labs basically as a fuck you to the woke brigade? I wouldn't do anything as a fuck you to the woke brigade.
No, we don't do fuck yous to anyone, really.
But your guy, I think I had his tweets there. During the World Cup, was it? Was it the World Cup? I can see this this has offended a lot of people. I'm sorry that black guys are bad at penalties. All I'm saying is the white guy scored. I'd rather that he practiced penalties and the kids had gone hungry. So your guy, what's his name? Rashford? Was doing all the kids for meals and stuff.
Oh.
So yeah, I just imagine the guy was just on a fucking drunken rampage and doing
Yeah, I
all the
mean,
tweets.
I don't think that's just against wokeness.
But yeah, I don't
That's
think
just being an
it's
asshole.
gonna be, you know, the end of Glavery's Comedy Club if we don't get this guy.
No, he's a bit weird anyway, isn't
He's got the black eyes of a doll,
he? Yeah.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, I don't think that's just not being woke. I think that's just...
yeah, just fucking keeping your powder dry, as I say. You know what I mean?
That's just
Don't
being
need
an
that.
asshole.
If you could change three, we've got loads of questions here. How long have we talked for now? An hour?
About an hour, yeah.
About an hour. We can't be here all day. There's tiles to buy. We'll wrap it up very soon.
That's not an excuse.
If you could change three things about the other, what would they be and why? I'm not gonna do it to you. You can do it to me.
Why?
I'll
No, we
just-
have to do it to each other. Go. This is like therapy that we'll never have.
Mine's obscene. No,
Go. Right, you go first then.
no, you go first.
I'm trying to
Let's
think
see.
of them.
You set the tone.
3 things I could change. Well, we talked about this the other day. You don't complete tasks.
Some tasks.
Like we're getting our bathroom finally like started. All the renovations in our house started, but a full year ago you chipped off 3 tiles, and then left it. Chipped off, smashed 3 tiles and half of the stuff at the top. Sharp, broken stuff everywhere. Looked like shit for a full year because we weren't doing our bathroom yet.
Yeah.
But you decided you wanted to smash 3 tiles off to start the process.
I thought
was
it
your
would.
word.
I thought it would have come off like chalk, but they're really on there now.
Yeah, and then you'll
They're on as
paint. You'll
fuck.
paint a room, and then you go 1 coat's enough. You're like, well, I can. It's not because I can fully see through it. You're like that'll do for me. So you don't really finish tasks. You know, you'll do a thing and then leave it, and then so that will be definitely one of them. Like your scatty brain.
Well, I'm going to finish the
Mainly-
task of this
mainly
podcast because now
mainly
I'm
that
just
one.
offended.
Yeah, and also when you're making eggs, you'll leave the eggshell. You'll put the broken, used eggshell back into the carton, and I hate that.
And that's one of the side effects of me doing all the cooking.
Yeah, but I hate that because then there's just like
So
loose,
you're welcome.
like egg white all over. I don't like that. That's annoying.
But it's all about the end result. And the end result
I
is
know,
usually...
but that's what I mean. I like eggs, so I'm fine. I'm
like
fine with that.
tell the people what I made for breakfast this morning.
Oh, you like chopped up little little potatoes, and then you fried them, and then you made crispy fried eggs on top of them for me and my father.
And this woman is here complaining about a little
Yeah.
bit of egg. Who do you think you are?
I'm just trying to think of things.
What are the 3 things I don't like about you? You never say sorry for anything. That's my main one.
I never say sorry for anything.
Yeah.
No.
I think it physically hurts you to say sorry.
I do say sorry.
You don't. But like a wee small thing, like, oh, sorry, I bumped into you. But you'll never be like, yeah, sorry, I fucked that up. You'd never. I think it physically hurts your feelings.
No, it's just because I'm never wrong.
The second thing is you're a sociopath.
No.
Sometimes I'll be like, you know, what are we doing for dinner? And you'll be like, I'm not that hungry. And I go,
Will you fuck up, too?
where's other people in the house as well? Think of the family. And then you're like, I just grew up we all just fed ourselves all day.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, but I have a family, you know, and I want to come home to my fucking
Will
dad.
you fuck up,
But you're already at home at the same time as me.
I know. and
Neither of us come
and
home to dinner.
And I'll cook it anyway. Was it your go next?
What else? Can't think of anything now. Hold on.
Yeah, see, she has one.
There's loads though. That's what I mean. There's loads.
He does eggs weird. And the rest of it's
There's
fucking
tons.
green lights all the way. What else is there? You were giving off to me a lot recently about the duvet ending up with the buttons like
Yeah, I don't know.
up at the
Understand
wrong
that.
end, and you're like, what are you doing in here?
Like a quilt buttons
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the bed
Yeah.
every morning because normally I end up in Eddie's bed, so I'll have to leave anyway. The full quilt is the other way around, or halfway around, or you'll get it back into bed. And you're like, why is the? I don't know what you do at night that you fully turn a super king size quilt. How is it even possible? Also, I hate the fact that you have phone keyboard clicks on your phone. I hate that. That's so annoying. Who has that? No one has keyboard clicks on anymore. I suppose your camera goes ching. I swear to God, it's so. Also, you're really bad with technology, and people would assume in our house you would be the technology guy. Like, oh, we've got a new TV. I'll set it up. I'll plug everything in. I'll log into everything. I'll sort out all the software, updating things. You have literally. You go, hold on, what did I and where? I don't understand. What's going on here? I messed that up. And you're like, I'll do it. I always do it. I have to set up everything
and
in
I'll
our
tell
house.
you why. Because you sit in your hole all day and watch TV and figure out how to work, and then I come in.
That's not how that works.
3 weeks after
That's
that,
not how that
3
works.
weeks after buying a new TV, and be like, I'm not sure how this
No,
works because I haven't
no.
even used it yet. And you're like,
No.
I'll show you all the bits.
No.
I've been in through it.
Yeah, but if we bought a new anything, you would have no clue how it works, and then I'm always one to set it up.
It is
and you go,
physically-
you're like, it's broken. I bought a broken one. And you're like,
It's
you
physically
haven't.
impossible
You
for a
haven't.
man to read instructions. Now you know that.
Yeah.
You fucking get a rash if you
Yeah,
read
but you
it.
always
If you read
say-
instructions.
You always say that things just don't work. You go, it doesn't work. And you're like, that's not true. It works. You just haven't learned how to work it.
I don't like the way you'll be like, Colin, get off your phone, and then for all of the time you're like this with your wee hook finger that always just works your phone. That's you all the time. Colin, this is about being with your family.
What is this?
And then you're like, I'm just on Pinterest looking at tops.
Who does that? No one does
You
that.
have look at your fingers even bent out of shape. You get repetitive strain. You're like one of those wee animals that taps a tree. What are they called?
What are they called? Loris?
No, it's called like a yaya or something. It's got like a funny name. What do we call it? It's like one of the animals that taps the tree and goes, oh, that's hollow, and then opens it. And it's a caterpillar. That's you. Well, I've loads
What
of things I
else?
hate about
Yeah,
you now.
okay. This is great.
We've opened a can of worms now. I feel like if Eddie does
fantastic.
anything, you shout my name. You know? Like he'll climb on something and knock something over and you'll go, Colin! And I'm like in the garage.
I don't understand what you mean.
You always go like, Colin! You know, when there's any sort of drama. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with me.
That's just so not true.
It's true.
That
Right,
literally
go,
doesn't make sense.
Right, you've one more to just lay the boots into me before we get out of here.
One more. What can I use?
Too attractive. I'm a bit impatient when I'm like looking to leave or so, you know. I'll be in the car like
Yeah.
leaning on the horn.
Very impatient. Or we'll go, right, we've work to do today, loads of emails to get back to, plans to make, things to do. And we're like, right, should we just go and get a coffee and we can chat about work and we'll do things. But whilst we're having a coffee or food, and you're like, okay. And we'll go and we'll maybe eat something. And I'm like drinking my coffee. And you'll go, right, I've got too much to do now, let's leave. And I'm like, oh, well, I didn't get to drink my coffee. And you're like, right, well, I'm ready to go now. And you're like, right, well, that's good for you that you're ready to go now. And I was like, you're the one who wanted to come out for coffee. And yeah, no, but now that I'm here, it's too stressful and I need to go home.
Do you know what
Every time we go out, we have to rush home because you're like, oh, I've got too much to do.
Do you know what I'm hearing here?
And it's always your idea.
The guy's a hard worker. He's focused. He's a go-getter. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's a kind guy who cooks for his family.
Who is this guy? Who?
Me.
Do you know?
And
Introduce me.
what else was there? Yeah. He likes to know that he's hit a button on his phone. Judged by the tap. I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of that stuff. I don't see anything wrong with it. Flawless.
Yeah.
Ah.
Sure, that's it.
Busy and successful 2.0. It
Yeah,
went well.
that's what it is.
We're going to look at tiles and then.
What else? This one, this guy.
No,
We'll
we're done.
continue this on in our own
You're
time.
being clapped off. It's the Oscars.
We're gonna make this viral.
Make it viral. Hey, you fuck. You have one more before we go?
Oh, I've so many now. I can't. My mind's gone blank.
They're all just coming in at you, just thick and fast.
There are just so many. There's so many that I feel like we'll just have to discontinue in actual
Now, do you
paid
want to
therapy.
do any slobbering about Freya while you're here?
No.
Oh,
no?
that's nice. See, that's what you're supposed to say.
It's funny what you think of other people's. I recommend, or just imagine you two just so chill in that house, you know. You're like,
Oh, yeah, that's great.
You're just like, excuse me. You're like, yes. Would you like a ciabatta that I just freshly baked? And you go, yeah.
That's exactly what I imagine. That is not our house.
No.
You're like, I'm starving, I'm making food right the second, and I go, it's not dinner time yet. And you're going, I'm making it now. You destroy the kitchen, then I clean up, then you go, I'm away back to work, and then you go and you come back and complain how much work you have to do. And then you go, and that's our evening. Yeah. And then you complain about how tired you are and you don't get any sleep, whilst I'm the one who normally gets woken up by Eddie all night, and you're in bed like with your wee blanket turning it round.
Yeah.
All night.
I'm in there like I'm making pizza with a fucking full duvet.
Yeah. And then
We
I come in the morning and you're like, I'm wrecked. No one understands how hard I work. And that's it. I'm going away to make some more eggs here and wreck the place.
I
our
know.
life.
I sit there and I go, I wish I had a simple job that I just like a miner where I could just clock off and I knew I was done. You know, just simple work.
Like a cowboy.
Yeah, like a cowboy.
Simple cow work.
Simple farmhand. It'd be the
You
laziest
wouldn't
cunt.
last 30 minutes. You wouldn't be able to fit the clothes. You'd one jean leg on. You're like, not for me. Not for me.
It's more that just, you know, like any sort of farming where you're like, you just get up and you milk these cows every day forever.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah.
I would need to be in beef where I'm like, at some point, these motherfuckers are hitting
You
the,
would do your half
getting shot in
jobs
the
to
head here.
things.
Yeah.
Half a job.
You've only
Doesn't work.
slaughtered this cow.
Yeah. That exactly. It just doesn't work on anything else.
Right.
So-
Listen, we've got work to do.
Yes.
Last question, whose family would you rather hang out with?
Oh, that's very personal.
Like the Kardashians?
Whose family? Right enough.
Your family for sure. I have a very small family and you have quite a big
Well, I
one.
have a big family and we live right beside them, so
Yeah.
we always spend more time with my family. It's kind of an easy one.
Yeah.
Really, to be fair.
Yeah.
Which is easy because a lot of couples
It's
are
not
like that.
it's not a case of rather. Your family's very
It's
close.
proximity, it's
I
awesome.
absolutely don't mind hanging out with my family, but it just doesn't happen as regularly.
It's a
you know?
different dynamic than my
It's a different
family.
dynamic, yeah.
Is the way I'd put it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. We have our own family now.
Yeah, it's
We
true.
have our own. We are our own annoying family now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like all
Yeah.
that shit we just talked about. Some people call to our house sometimes and they leave exhausted.
Yes. Yeah. Around you. Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to head on now. And they drive 20 meters down the road and pull in and sleep for an hour before they go on home.
Yeah.
Never again.
It's too much.
Never. Never again.
There's too much energy and somehow not enough.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
They force fed me 2 meals. I've had 19 flat whites. Never again. Made me watch White Stripes videos.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this.
So, I mean, I think it was when we were on our 11th version of the one Roy Gallagher song. All the caffeine hit me at once.
Colin with remote control touching the TV. Where do you see this? Where do you see this? How do you work
no,
this?
give me your phone. Let me put this one on.
How do you work this?
Queens of the Stone Age live at Reading.
You.
Right, we've done enough slabbering. Shut
Right,
up.
that's enough.
We're out of here anyway. Get
We're
yourself
good,
on the patreon.com/General Banter podcast. There's stuff going up regularly now.
Nudes. No,
Niall
it's
sent
not.
us a vlog the other day. Gonna
Oh,
put
it's
that
nice,
up.
I watched
It's very
that.
funny. Maureen
yeah.
pissing herself
Oh, it was great. It was great.
Oh, the Liverpool one's good.
at the
great.
at the honks.
So
Enjoyed
far.
it.
Huh?
Enjoyed it.
That thing.
Oh, yes.
It was
Sounds
really
great.
good.
Maureen was dying
It was
laughing.
fantastic.
Get
They're all
yourse-
great. I've enjoyed
Get
them.
yourself on over there. Get yourself on to colingads.com. It's
Yeah.
live again. There's some merch available. I'm going to get some more done very soon. Shout out to Reality Marketing for sorting out the website.
Beautiful website now.
It's nice. It's slick. It's lovely.
It's nice. It's lovely. You would never have finished it.
Reality Market. No.
No, it
No.
would never have happened. So
Shout out
Thank
to
you to
Connor
people who are
at
good at stuff.
Reality Marketing.
Oh.
It made my website a reality. What?
You're not good at that, are you?
What?
You're also smarmy now.
Right, we're gonna get out of here. Cheers, Maureen. Cheers now.
Cheers, Niall. Cheers, Colin.
See you next time.